Bray Wyatt is back, and judging from Extreme Rules, he's definitely not alone. Join us now as we look at who are the Wyatt6 and the wrestlers who will portray the various members of the Firefly Funhouse. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out Wrestlelamia.co.uk and a non-wrestling channel, Incredible. Now, while it may be premature to make any observations about where the Wyatt storyline is going, this is pro wrestling and fans, including ourselves, love to discuss wrestling, whether it's critiquing matches or speculating on storylines. The internet wrestling community is abuzz about what's next for Bray Wyatt, and we will show why the Wyatt6 is more than speculation. Now, Bray brought back up, and one of the takeaways from Bray Wyatt's riveting return at Extreme Rules was how he's not alone. Yeah, Wyatt's friends from the Firefly Funhouse are back, but this time they're life-size characters, or avatars may be a better term for them. This isn't shocking as it may seem though. As we noted in our script on the reasons why Bray Wyatt returned to WWE, Wyatt's original plan as the Fiend was for wrestlers to portray his Firefly Funhouse characters. That was nixed and fans got puppets instead. Apparently, the powers that be in the WWE feel that Wyatt's original idea had some merit, and it looks like various wrestlers will play the personifications of the various characters, a group we're calling the Wyatt6, as Bray Wyatt has been using the Wyatt6 name on Twitter, something which we feel is no coincidence. Now we'll get to who will play whom in a little bit, but first let's look at how this is in a hastily thrown together storyline. As first, the WWE brought back up to, as a second takeaway from Wyatt's return is just how carefully it was crafted. Indeed, new hire Rob Fee, whose credits include being a horror writer, a Marvel Comics writer, and a Hollywood writer and producer, is believed to have played a leading role in the White Rabbit mystery. Fee's official title is Director of Long-Term Creative, and if his short-term work on the White Rabbit mystery is any indication of what might to expect in the long run, fans could be in for a very enjoyable ride. Fee, who boasts that he's a long-time wrestling fan, is also friends with Wyatt, something reported on when John Morrison tweeted a picture from Fee's wedding that included Fee standing with the Shaman of Sexy and Bray Wyatt. Fightful Select reported that Fee had pitched a horror movie featuring the Fiend last year, but the project fell through after Wyatt's release. Is it possible that the WWE hired Fee to help Wyatt implement his various concepts for his current storyline? Is it possible that Wyatt asked the WWE to bring him in to help with this? Well, one thing seems likely. The WWE realizes the value of Wyatt and his ideas and wants someone on board to guide them from week to week rather than falling into the WWE's past practices of erratic storylines that sprung up without warning and often disappeared just as quickly. But let's look at the obvious and possible members. Well, the obvious one is, of course, Bray Wyatt. As obviously Wyatt is going to lead the group, but who will he lead the group as? Bray Wyatt, the host of the Firefly Funhouse, the Fiend, a combination of the two, or perhaps the masked man who debuted at Extreme Rules? Film-savvy fans noticed the similarities between Wyatt's mask at Extreme Rules and that from the Grabber, the villain from the film Black Phone. That's no coincidence, as Jason Baker designed the mask for the horror film, as well as a Fiend mask that captivated fans during Wyatt's last run in the WWE. Baker is friends with Wyatt, as the two reportedly collaborated on a project after Wyatt's release. Now, if history is any judge, fans should expect Wyatt to portray a variety of characters that horrify and entertain the WWE Universe throughout his upcoming storylines. As mentioned earlier, Wyatt won't be alone in the ring either. Indeed, as the weeks play out, fans could discover Wyatt's Agents of Anarchy have been in the WWE for some time, working to set things up for his return. And then there's Sister Abigail, or Abby the Witch. Liv Morgan has been acting oddly as of late, and something even the WWE announcers have pointed out. Morgan was seen smiling as Rousey submitted her at Extreme Rules and began cackling after the match. Later that night, the WWE posted a digital exclusive showing Morgan sitting in a corner somewhere in the arena. The video was titled "Liv Morgan is in a dark place." Now, this isn't the first time Morgan has had a meltdown after a rough patch. You may recall she broke down after she came up short against Charlotte Flair in 2019, with Morgan posting bizarre videos showing her cutting her hair and sitting in the rain. Like many WWE storylines, nothing became of this, but it is something that the company could harken back to, suggesting Morgan has been unstable before. Next up is Ramblin' Rabbit, or the White Rabbit. Brian Alvarez of the Figure 4 Online is reporting that Bray Wyatt's brother Bo Dallas is returning to WWE. The man who once told fans that they only enter Bo leave seems to be like a perfect partner for Wyatt, and fans have to ask why WWE never paired the two during Wyatt's time running the Wyatt family or as the Fiend. Dallas seems like a good fit to play the White Rabbit, especially if the WWE continues the theme of the character questioning Bray Wyatt's maniacal tendencies and sometimes paying for it. The next character is Huskis the Pig. A Huskis the Pig is a character who seems the right fit for Joe Gacy. The WWE even hinted that Gacy could be behind the White Rabbit mystery, showing clues in its recent Raw QR code. Fans dismissed this as a swerve, but what if Gacy, who's been shown as a cult leader in his own right, was shown as working for Wyatt all along? This type of retroactive continuity is featured in other entertainment mediums and has been used in wrestling. Recall the WWE introduced the concept of The Undertaker having a previously unknown brother with Kane. These types of storylines can get convoluted, but Rob fees higher for continuity may be able to prevent any major missteps. Next up is Mercy the Buzzard. A wrestling buzzard may seem like an oddity, but if the Wyatt6 can have a white rabbit and a pig, why not a buzzard? We envision NXT big man Grayson Waller portraying Mercy the Buzzard, perhaps serving as the group's enforcer. Mercy the Buzzard was anything but merciful on the Firefly Funhouse, and it's unlikely he'd be any kinder as a wrestler. And of course, what about the Fiend? But wait, is a Bray Wyatt playing the Fiend? Perhaps not. While wrestling fans saw personifications of various Firefly Funhouse characters during Wyatt's return, they never saw anyone playing the Fiend. Wyatt played someone else, which begs the question, could someone else be playing the Fiend this time? I think that's exactly what's happening, and the WWE already has a madman in mind for the role, Dexter Lumis. Although no one, including WWE creatives, seems to have any idea what the storyline is between Lumis and The Miz, the WWE could salvage things by showing Lumis working for Wyatt and beginning to sow the seeds of havoc by targeting The Miz. Let's not forget that Lumis and Bray Wyatt share the same gloves. A nice little coincidence. Wyatt's macabre mob. Bray Wyatt has to put together an assortment of psychopaths who are dangerous enough on their own but who could prove unstoppable under Wyatt's tutelage. Here are some ways that Wyatt6 could be developed. The first is that Wyatt could reveal that his 5 partners in perfidy have been working for him for a certain amount of time. Wyatt might even reveal that one or more of them were sleeper agents waiting to be activated upon his return. This would tie in with some of the wrestlers' past misdeeds and similarities to Wyatt. Joe Gacy's NXT activities included him working as the leader of a cult, while Dexter Lumis has always been portrayed as a madman. The second is Wyatt could begin recruiting the various wrestlers we mentioned for the Wyatt6. There's no reason why the people who play the various Firefly Funhouse characters at Extreme Rules have to be the wrestlers who will eventually play them. The WWE could show Wyatt seeing traits in the various wrestlers that fit into his plans and bring them under his control. For example, Wyatt may see Dexter Lumis' senseless stalking of The Miz as a good fit for his motley crew of cartoon characters. Likewise, a fragile Liv Morgan could be brought under his control. There are a number of possibilities, and it's likely the WWE will keep the identities of the Firefly Funhouse characters, aka the Wyatt6, a complete mystery. Why wouldn't the WWE do so after the success of the White Rabbit storyline? But what's next for the Wyatt6? Now, the Wyatt6 are in the WWE, which could mean big trouble for everyone else in the promotion. Triple H's fondness for factions means the fans could see some major battles involving Wyatt and his collection of creeps against other groups in the WWE. Fans who enjoyed watching the Wyatt family battles with the Shield and the Brothers of Destruction could see things taken to the next level as the Wyatt6 war with the Bloodline, the Judgment Day, and any other group of wrestlers unfortunate enough to cross their paths. The future looks grim for the WWE's various superstars if Wyatt does assemble his creepy cast of characters, but it should also add to the excitement fans have already enjoyed since Triple H took over creative. What do you think of this for the Wyatt6? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.